Hey, today I am revealing your Omegle secrets. Oh, I don't want to do this, but you all want to see it, so I'm here to deliver. You're welcome. I just know it's gonna be gnarly and full of genitals. I'm 16 and a few days ago I was on Omegle just talking to people and I came across someone who just had their out. That's Omegle. Very common on Omegle. That's what I'm saying. I was about to skip when I noticed it was my dad. His face was in frame. A rookie mistake, Dad. I skipped and my dad ran in and started scolding me about being on Omegle. And I was like, why the f are you showing your to random people on the internet? You're married. So he bought me a new laptop to keep my mouth shut. Moral of the story, I saw my dad's and I have a new laptop. So overall, good week. Wait. Is it a good week because you got a new laptop? Or is it a good week because you got a new laptop and you saw your dad's? Because by the way this is written, it seems like you're satisfied with both. I just want you to clarify that it's only the laptop portion. It just seems like maybe it's both, and I don't like that. So my friends were over and we were on the emo tag in Omegle because that's what teens do. My one friend did not approve, but my other friend did, and we were having a normal time skipping past dicks and shit like that. Isn't it fucked up that skipping past dicks and shit like that is a normal time? Like, kids used to go play in trees and like throw rocks into rivers. We started talking to this one guy. He liked all the same bands as me and even met a lot of people I dream of meeting. We eventually hung up, but we exchanged snaps and later started talking. He swiped on my story of me talking about wanting jewelry, but it being from an 18+ site, so I couldn't buy it. What kind of jewelry is sold on an 18+ site? Are they nipple tassels? Cock rings? I don't understand. He told me to lie to my mom and just get it, which weirded me out a bit. Then out of the blue, he mentioned his kinks like in normal convo. I was really weirded out and decided to look him up on other sites. I found him on TikTok. All of his content was DDLG stuff. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna look it up. Daddy Dawn Little Girl. Oh, okay. Great. That's worse than I thought. I know I shouldn't shame people for their kinks. I really can't get down with the sexualization of children. I don't like it. I don't mean to shame you, but ew. But his bio said that he was 25. He told me he was 17 and I told him I was 13 at the time. So I blocked him and I felt so disturbed. But after a little bit, I was fine and me and my friends made fun of him. The end. If you're a minor, please block people who you think have even a hint of creepy and don't go okay Omegle because it is dangerous. I'm so glad we're starting the video off here because this person knows what's up. If you are a child, don't go on Omegle because it's literally the hub of adults that want to creep on children. Apparently Discord is also a hub. I've never used it. I don't even know what it is. If you guys want to see Discord secrets, let me know. But as of right now, that's like, I feel elderly. I don't know about that. But yeah, get off Omegle. Some random person I knew from Omegle DM'd me on Instagram and sent me videos of people killing themselves, mostly with a gun to their head, and you could see the brain splash out the other side. I literally got traumatized and had a panic attack. And then some weeks later, another person sends me a video on Insta of someone killing themselves, lol. But luckily my brain kind of suppressed that memory and I can't really remember it too much. That is really fucked up. People should not be sending you that stuff, and I'm sorry. I know there's nothing you can do because you get a link and you're like, oh, I'll check this out, and then that's that. But in a general sense, if you guys consume content on the internet, try not to consume violent stuff. It's really not good for the soul. Moving on. Sorry if that triggered anybody. Body, dead body. Oh, it triggered me. It turns out it triggered me. One time me and my cousin went on Omegle and he showed his man boobs while I talked, so the horny old men on there thought that he was a girl, would get catfished, and then he would show his face and they would get angry and disconnect. I love that. I love that. Sounds like it would make for a really good YouTube video. So if anyone's got man boobs and wants to collab, let me know. One time I went on Omegle and this boy with his out asked me if I can pop a tata. Pop a tata? What does that mean? Pop a tata? Like pop a Pop-Tart in? Put a tit out? What does that mean? Pop a tata. Ooh, I can't stop saying it. It's got rhythm. Pop a tata. It definitely means take a tit out. Why not both though, you know? I did. Now I feel like I'm on a porn website. Look, if you don't want to carry around the guilt and shame and worry about being on a porn website, just don't pop your tatas anywhere. Okay? Maintain your tatas. So I want to be an actor really bad, and I can be because I have a lot of connections from living in LA, but I made a huge mistake a few years ago when I was in high school. Please don't judge me, I was really horny. I love that phrase. I think we've all been there before. Please don't judge me, I was really horny. And that's that. I'm gonna make merch that says that. Please don't judge me, I was really horny. Being a dumb little shit, I decided to go on Omegle chats. I got a few Snapchat users to get nudes from. I sent a few nudes and got some back, but on the last person I sent a pic right away. Stupid of me. At first it was normal, then they started to ask for videos, so I did. Then they asked for one with my face in it. I felt uncomfortable but just went with it thinking it was normal. I took the vid of me bouncing on the phone like it was a POV of a Is this gonna get demonetized? Oh my god. And a very unattractive shot of my face. All of a sudden, I saw that this person had taken a screen recording, so I asked if they could delete it, and they had blocked me right after with no response back. I'm scared that if I do what I've always dreamed of, that I'll be blackmailed or exposed. What's your advice to help me or anyone in this kind of situation? Girl, I got you. First off, we should never live in fear. You should choose love, and if you love yourself and you love life, then pursue the things that are going to make you happy. I don't think this is ever gonna come up, right? It probably won't, but perchance it does. Deal with it when it happens. There's nothing you can do now. So many celebrities and people have nudes. We all have phones and sex drives. It's just math that we all got something. And so I really don't think you have that much to be ashamed of. I understand being embarrassed, but it's like we've all been there. So just shrug it off as best you can and pursue your dreams, okay? Pursue your dreams! Me and my two best friends decided it was great use of our time to catfish people on Omegle. The chat, not the video version, because we were scared of that. Fun activities for 13-year-olds, am I right? It was always the same. We were horny young women looking for fun. However, at some point, we decided to try something different. So we acted like we were horny gay men looking for a younger friend. Writing this makes me wonder what the F we were thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Now the conversations always move to Snapchat, where other horny gays were sending us pictures of their dicks. But there was this one boy. He said that he was over 18, although that is questionable after having a glance of his face. He sent us a video shoving his fingers down his a-hole. The video was so close, I swear we could see his guts. Oh my god. I did not need that imagery. No thank you. Now I can't delete the picture off my mind. Me neither. Years and years later. Me neither. Fast forward 4 years, I'm still gonna be thinking about this. Also, I have to say the amount of kids using Omegle is concerning. Ironic coming from a person who used it as a kid. Don't use Omegle if you are a minor, please. I'm gonna have to stand by that as well. That's my take too. So I'm sure making this video is probably going to inspire a lot of people to go on Omegle. What am I doing? What am I doing? So, Omegle. Yeah. Most fun, disgusting, and weird site on the whole internet. I swear. Anyways, I met a guy there when I was 12 years old, long distance. He was 16 at the time, been together for like 2 years and a half. Fast forward to last summer, I found out he cheated on me twice in that relationship, but we still fucked. Not the best experience, but he was still attracted to me, so guess I'm pretty hot. And just to be a little cheesy, I really learned to be a nice person and to be aware of my emotions from that childish relation. But now he's a fuckboy. LMAO. I'm glad you learned something from that. But yeah, I'd say that Omegle is probably like the bottom of the barrel when it comes to dating websites. Not that that's what it is, but if you're looking for love, I wouldn't look there. I wouldn't look there. Once I was on Omegle with friends, and oh my god, I'm so traumatized. There was a huge cock. I don't even know what else to say. I haven't been on since. That's it. It was just really big, and I can't stop thinking about it. Society tells you that that's what you want to see, but you saw it, and you're scared. I don't know what to make of it. But thanks for sharing. When my best friend and I were 14, female, we would go on Omegle to catfish people and sometimes even act as if we were hostages. We were theater gals like you, so you know it was great. We were skipping the weirdos like all 14-year-old girls should do on Omegle. Or you know, don't use it. And this dude from India stops us and asks in the chat if we want to see himself sick his own penis. My best friend and I looked at each other, looked back at the guy, and I did the honor of typing Y-E-S. S. How could you not want to see that? We just felt like if we were ever gonna see something like this, this would be that moment. He actually did it too. Go off, I guess. That's just a sight that I want to see before I die, I think. I'm gonna add that to my bucket list. See man suck his own dick. Smiley face. That's something to look forward to. So in 9th grade, I wanted money. So I made a PayPal and went on Omegle and just put it in the chat asking for money. After no one was giving it to me, I decided to put the camera below my face and start showing my body LMAO. Child so funny. People said that they would pay me after I did stuff, and one guy was telling me to take off my pants and my underwear, so I did it, and I forgot that I was on my period, so there was just a tampon string LMAO. And he was like, oh, I see you're on your period, that's okay. And here's the big part, okay? So basically, I have stomach problems. This is so gross, I'm so sorry. And sometimes like a little bit of literal shit comes out without me realizing it. And he told me to like spread my ass cheeks, and a little piece of shit just fell out. Is that really a thing? Because I have stomach problems, not that. I'm dead ass! Oh, I guess it is a thing, because they're dead ass. So, LOL. He nexted me and I never got my money, LOL. That's a performance. I just want you to know that I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate. That guy just didn't know the quality content that he was getting. I don't even know what I'm saying because you're literally a child in this story. It's not even funny. Like, it's funny if you weren't a child, but you are a child, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. I was using Omegle one day and this super hot guy came on, so I came to him and said goodbye. A month later, I walked into my new university class not only to see him, but his girlfriend of 6 months. His girlfriend doesn't know he masturbated over me. I found out he was super rich, so I tried blackmailing him. It didn't work. So I had him come over to my house to squash the beef. We had and put a camera in my room and we had lovely gay sex. It worked. I then used the footage to get whatever I wanted from him and his family. Yes. Needless to say, my mom thought I actually got a job when she saw my Gucci and new MacBook. I shouldn't be laughing, that's not funny. What you did was wrong, and we're not gonna do it anymore. Just Gmail, no blackmail, okay? That's the rule of thumb here on the Ayydubs channel. Gmail. Not blackmail. I was having a hard time deciding if I'm pansexual or lesbian. Then I went on Omegle. Definitely a lesbian. It'll do that. That should be a warning when you go on the website. Might turn you gay for girls. Or guys. Could really go either way. I met a guy on Omegle when I was in middle school. I know, very young age. And we got each other's Instagram and ended up in a relationship. The guy I was with, let's call him Wade. Wade was not brought up well, but he seemed like a good guy. Spoiler, he wasn't. He mentally and emotionally abused me since it was thankfully long distance. He would constantly go and get intoxicated / high, and then I'd get upset and not talk to him until he sobered up. He would tell me it was my fault, yada yada, so very bad guy, and he was about 2 years older than me, so one day he was doing his normal routine, aka yell and start fights with me for no reason, and then blame me for the fights. Then I get a message from a girl I don't know, and she tells me that Wade was f***ing her, so I hung up on him. Then I went to his sister and snitched on him. Then the girl and I decided to fuck up his life, so the sister told his grandmother. That's who raised him and he lives with. The grandmother kicks him out because she adored me and hates cheaters. She got the sister's help and sent me a $100 gift card to Ulta with a little note that said, "Sweetheart, go treat yourself after all the hurt you went through. Grandma loves you." She knew my grandmother passed away a couple months prior, so she told me to call her grandma. What? The girl he saw behind my back completely exposed him to the school that they went to, and he was charged with CP. He pressured me into sending him nudes. So yeah, he ended up with a criminal record at the age of 16. Moral of the story, don't be an abusive dickhead. I'm still recovering 5 years later and have a wonderful girlfriend that loves me even with my trauma. Love your vids. I like that you went on the internet for a boyfriend and got a grandma. There's nothing better than a grandma. I mean, truly, you got a really good situation out of a bad situation, I think. Are you guys still in cahoots? I'd love to see it. Is she dead now? I don't know, she's old, so maybe she's dead. I can't help it. Whenever you guys submit stories that involve old people, I'm like, oh, I hope they're not dead yet. I don't know, old people die, so that's just like, that's what my brain does. Anyways, thanks for sharing. So this one time I was on Omegle, or is it Omegle? Honestly, I don't know. Anyways, I have a boyfriend, but I am strangely obsessed with this site. Do you guys think going on Omegle is cheating? If you're showing parts, yeah, yep. It is. What do you think? It is. And I met this 28-year-old. I'm 16. We talked and he was super nice, but he got sexual and was like, show me you body. And I stand up in a baggy hoodie and shorts. Long story short, I showed him my tatas and my ass, and now I want to do porn because it was fun. I never thought about this, but Omegle is sort of the gateway site to doing porn. You know, like you try it there, you like it, you upgrade to, I don't know what comes next. I'm gonna just stop talking because I feel like I'm maybe giving people ideas. Not that porn's bad, I just don't want to be the reason you start doing it, I think. When I was like 12, I used to go on Omegle, camera off, and put suicide in like the keyword thingy, and I'd find people who wanted to kill themselves and try to talk them out of it. Oh, that's so pure. I ended up getting a boy's Instagram. He was 16, and we got really close, but after a while he started to threaten me a little. We'd be texting and I'd say I was tired and he would self-harm, or worse, if I went to sleep, or more things like that. I'm 15 now and I blocked him, but I'm still really affected by it. Damn. And that's what you get for just trying to help people out. Really though, it sounds like you're a very empathetic person, and maybe this is something that happens so you could learn to not be people's life rafts, per se. Like, you help people, but you can't do everything for them because they say so. Also, I love you. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. It's just when you guys have even anything remotely admirable or kind or selfless in these submissions, it just swells my heart up, because everything else is just like dirty, bottom of the old dumpster residue, you know? Thank you for not being dumpster residue. Now let's get back to some dumpster residue. Hi, this is my Omegle secret. So I was really bored and got my phone taken away from the police. Long, horrible story. So I opened up Omegle on my computer and was just skipping through people since some were loud, jerking off, mean, or really horny. Then I stumbled upon some guy asking to pick a number from 1 to 100. I asked why, and he said to tase my balls. I replied with 100. I honestly don't know why, but I did. The image of his face when tasing his balls still haunts me. Why is it balls? Like, what's up with this on the on the A? Were they fancy balls? Because they sound like it. Moral of the story, don't go on Omegle. Yeah, don't go on Omegle unless you want to see someone tase their balls. What the fuck? Once I was on Omegle, never ever again. I met a few nice people, saw a man's pee-pee, yeah, the normal. Then this guy pulled up my information, like all of it. How old I was, everything, where I live. You get it. I immediately closed my laptop and cried myself to sleep. I've seen videos of people doing that. How is that even possible? Very impressive. Very alarming. Don't go on Omegle. I think just don't do it. I literally have a video going on Omegle. I think I have multiple videos going on Omegle. I just don't want you to go on there. You sweet young child. Don't go on Omegle. I'm a dirty adult. I belong there. I once went on Omegle and came across this really sweet looking girl, and she just looked at me and said, ew, why you look like that? And skipped me, and I haven't felt pretty ever since. Been asking myself, why do I look like this every day since that summer in 2018. Quite depressing, actually. Yeah. Okay, I have a few thoughts. A, this is really corny, but seriously, you've got one body, so you might as well not hate yourself. It just makes life a lot harder and less tolerable. 2, people have different preferences. I am probably hideous to a small pool of people, but to a pool of people, I am hideous. To another group of people, beautiful. To another group, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? We've all heard it before because it's true. So just fuck that person. Fuck them. You're beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? That's your homework. All of you. Ace that assignment. So over the summer of Rona, it was around 2 a.m. and I was on Omegle. I came across this one dude and he was trying to convince me that I should grab my dog, put peanut butter on my hoo-ha, and make her lick it. I went against it for a while. I don't know why I didn't just skip, but eventually I gave in. It didn't feel that good, but the dude told me to try again, so I stuck the same spoon that had my vajayjay juices in the container and got more peanut butter. butter. My dog hated, and to be honest, so did I. We still have the same peanut butter bottle, and I have to watch my family eat out of it. Also, my vagina still smells like peanut butter sometimes. I feel really guilty and I regret it so much. By the way, I'm 12. Oh my god, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I imagine you have a weird relationship with your dog now too. Also, I mean, god, just eat it. Just eat the peanut butter or pretend to eat it. Get rid of that fucking bottle. Also, does your vagina smell like peanut butter or is it just trauma? Also, I gotta go.